Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was... Yildiz! Oh, it's hit the post! And the shot!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And it's Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. He is just caressing the ball. Bruno Fernandes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score. He's having a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Pedro Porro. It's a promising position. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rice. Vietnam
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but
He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yildiz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. João Palhinha. Calhanoglu. Nicely aimed pass. Pedro Porro. Yildiz. That has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Crosses it in here.
Well played and well cleared.
Shaw. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Calhanoglu. Approaching the half-hour mark. Van de Ven. Yildiz. And here's Haaland. Bellingham. And it's João Palhinha. For Rice. Haaland. Haaland makes a dash for it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Well, not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And the finish! Bruno Fernandes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Shaw. João Palhinha. And Gabriel. Saliba. And Gabriel. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Now Van de Ven. Tries to play it through. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. Gravenberch. And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Tries a shot! It's a goal! It is the pick-me-up they all long for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving no...
Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Saliba, and it's Bellingham. A probing pass. Shaw, it's played through for him. Oh, well played, well played. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he's picked it up out wide. Howson gets it away. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Thuram. Haaland. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a pretty loose pass. Yildiz has found the net here, of course. Gravenberch. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Haaland, shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Chance for a shot! That was mighty close. So we have movement on both benches.
Number 22, Yudes. Coming on the field is number Fernandez. Substitution in progress.
And it's been given away. Oh, just a keeper now. Takes a shot. Oh, that was no routine save.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Header comes in. He will be livid with himself. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Van der Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. Haaland. Now it's De Bruyne. Now, can they get him away? And here's Haaland. And it's Szoboszlai. He'll try from distance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
João Palhinha has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Van der Ven clears it away. João Palhinha looking for the run. Cross needs to be good. And that's been well dealt with. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Into the last 5 minutes. Knocks it out wide. Chance! It's wide, but only just.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Havertz.
There will be 3 minutes.
João Palhinha. He's looking to win it for them. Big chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Spain found a way, forcibly. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. Vietnam played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promptly. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It's Çalhanoğlu! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba, starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Bruno Fernandes. It's a sharp pass. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Haaland. Now, can they get him away? Shapes to shoot! Goal! Spain! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Thuram. Shot could be on. Thuram and a header! It's in! They are purring, truly purring. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And he's worked it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That has ended up in no man's land. That's a throw. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
And here's Haaland. Very nicely done. That is good strength. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Bellingham. Nice interception, well timed. Saliba.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here! Oh, great leap! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they're threatening to fly away here! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
And now he has two.
Substitution on the field, number 24.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Spain find a position of real strength now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away. Can he get on the end of this? That is good alertness. Vietnam making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Haaland. Mbappe. Great chance! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he's in on goal. Great ball, and the shot! And that is a truly outstanding save.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Corner number 3 coming up. He's having a shot! That's a decent clearance. Spain are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played through for the wide man. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he latch on to this? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shaw just loves to go forward whenever he can. That's Yildiz. And the shot! And again! And he hits the net! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Haaland is flagged offside. That's the end of the first 45. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Away we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Van de Ven. And here's Mbappe. Oh, what a ball! Can he finish? Bellingham. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking to play him in. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Spain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Bellingham. And now the breakaway. That's been slipped through. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Vietnam have themselves a chance from the spot. The keeper doing his best to put him off. What a save by David Raya! Shaw, showing good feet. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Bellingham! And it's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That's Yildiz. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yildiz is fouled. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Shaw, number 23, Pedro.
And it's Çalhanoğlu.
Coming on the field, number 4, number 10.
Oh, super! Yildiz!
Substitution in progress.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Vietnam perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Trippier. Thuram is herring after that one. That is a great pick out. Oh, good big chance! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Substitution on the field, number 20.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 19.
So the lead now is 2.
Fernandes.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Number 38, Gravenberch. Substitutions taking place.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Mbappe. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zubimendi. He's a sharp little ball here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
In towards the back stick. And it's Bellingham. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. So what can they make of this? And here's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Zubimendi clears. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Yildiz receives it in a good position here. That's going to go a long way. Carreras. Nico Gonzalez.
Added time.
Picked out brilliantly. Takes a shot. Goal! Deep into injury time. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Vietnam perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Vietnam absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painful.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Chance for a shot! There it is! The ideal start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Shaw. Now Van de Ven. More and more pressure. Could be danger here. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has been cleared. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. He's beaten the last man. Haaland! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Gravenberch driving through the middle. Little pass back. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Vietnam already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Rice. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Haaland clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Gravenberch. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Saliba gets over and intercepts. And here's Mbappe. Can he finish? And no mistake. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Gravenberch is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button.
Getting up there! It's a goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Spain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And they can counter here. Great vision. Bellingham. Bellingham gets on his bike and on the move. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pedro Porro, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Thuram. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, nice touch. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Spain have their second corner now. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And now they can spring out of defence. Van de Ven. Out of play for a throw.
There will be 3
Bellingham
minutes added time.
tries to play it through, and he's straight offside. Bellingham going forward. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Aims beyond the defence. Calhanoglu. Shaw. That's the end of the first 45. Vietnam are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 37.
So it's back to business.
Coming on the field is number 5, Bellingham.
It's been slipped through. Bruno Fernandes has it out wide and in space. And the shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram. Vietnam do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
João Palhinha is having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that has left him in a heap. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. Now it's Grafenberg. And that is well cleared. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Spain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack.
Chance! And there's a goal! And they get themselves in front! Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up.
Shot, surely! And that's another fine save. Spain have their third corner. A great leap! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
That has not gone well. Calhanoglu. Oh no, he's got that wrong. So what can they make of this? And he's making progress on the ball. He's on it, can he get away? Bellingham, Rice. Oh, that's a fine interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Tries a shot! And a neat finish! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Substitution on the field, number 19.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 20.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
On the field, number 22, Yildiz. Number
That's a little off target.
Nico Gonzalez.
And here's Yildiz.
Number 10, Trippier.
He's having a
Number
pop!
4, substitutions taking place.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he can clear it away. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Gonzalez.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's shifting through the gears here. Nice control. Pinches it off him. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, super find. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Stood up well to him there.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Haaland. Havertz. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from...
Tries one from range! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Gonzalez. And he's gone backward here. Backward it goes. Nico Gonzalez.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. De Bruyne. And back. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time, so we are still gridlocked.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Hello attendees, this is a Lost Children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. In with the challenge. Dumfries making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. De Bruyne. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Knocks it into space. He is through here. A lot of space ahead of him. Gabriel getting this one clear. Forced to go back. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Opts for safety. Nico Gonzalez. Well read, and the danger is averted. Spain do have a chance to counter here. Nico Gonzalez. And here's Haaland. Yildiz. There's the shot! They're up to 5 corners now. That's a decent clearance. And he was alert to it. Now it's Yildiz. Threads one in. Gyökeres. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break.
To all members of the crowd, I'd like
So
to
neither
ask
side
you
able
join
to
me in
conjure up a
wishing
telling
our
moment,
birthday
and
boy
we are where we
a
are.
very
This
special
is the last
birthday.
chance to win it.
Substitution on the field. Number 38.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Halsen.
They have given it everything. It's been grueling.
Number 39.
But who will be standing at the very end?
Number 14.
Played out wide.
Schwarzenbeck.
Haaland!
Substitution.
That is a brilliant interception. Van de Ven. Played into space. Haaland, given the lift of his goal. And it's Gonzalez. Bruno Guimaraes.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Well spotted.
Goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? Vietnam really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Big chance! It's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
There will be 1 minute
Spain
added time.
have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard.
And the finish! And that's that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Security staff for each
How would you
block,
summarise what we've
please
seen
report
today
to
then,
the
Jim?
staff room
Well, there was a
immediately.
distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Rice! No, he couldn't get hold of it. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Big chance! It's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Mbappe, forced to go back. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Saliba. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's had it taken off him. Rice. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Paris Saint-Germain definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Oh, he's been caught up, shoots! And that's a sharp finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Mbappe! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe! Chance! It's a goal! And they get themselves in front! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Vietnam with the lead. Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Haaland. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Ferran Torres. Rice. Rodgers. Ferran Torres. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Howson. And he's found a way past. And the shot! That's going right the way across. Shaw. For Çalhanoğlu. Bruno Fernandes. Alexander-Arnold. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Rice. Now, he's got space here. Chalhanoglu. Colwill cuts out the pass. Vietnam looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Shaw.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Chouameni. This is a promising build-up. Now then, the ball's come loose. Played back. Chouameni knocks it into space. Van de Ven. Konate gets across and deals with it. And it's Chalhanoglu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. No way through, so back it comes. So a temporary halt to the action. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Vietnam are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, they could be caught out here. Mbappe. Rice. Well read, nice interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Saliba played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Shaw. Chalhanoglu. Haaland. Now, can he find a finish? And he's really put himself on the line here.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared without hesitation. Thinks about the shot. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. He's under a lot of pressure there. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Looking for the run. And he was alert to it. Not the most accurate pass. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Haaland currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Thuram. Oh, it's come loose. Bruno Fernandes has created one goal already. Mbappe, he is through here. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Chance to deliver. Looking for options for movement.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Ferran Torres. Courtois claims comfortably.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
So
5,
changes afoot here, and from both
27,
sides.
Le numéro 10, le numéro 41, le numéro 14.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Le numéro 6,
Nicked it back promptly.
le numéro 21,
Vlahovic is onto this.
le numéro 15,
Facing up to his adversary,
le numéro
this
2.
is a
Attention,
formidable matchup.
changement.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And when the manager called on him, he was only... Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. They are queuing up to have a go here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And it's Bellingham. Haaland. Oh, well played.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Szoboszlai ventures forward. And he's intervened well there. Gravenberg played through into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now, can he beat his man?
Temps additionnel. 3
Gonzalez. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Yildiz. Gyökeres. Nice sequence of passes this. Szoboszlai knocks it out wide. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Konate makes the interception. So that means another 30 minutes football. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Chers spectateurs, je vous demanderai de bien vouloir déposer vos détritus dans les poubelles à votre disposition. Merci beaucoup. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 13.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Vietnam pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Saliba. And it's Trippier. Tries to play it through. Played towards the front line. Gonzalez. He'll try from distance. Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Looking to play him in. And it's Szoboszlai.
Oh, great feat that.
And De Bruyne! Now that is commitment to the cause. Bellingham tries to clear. He's on it. Can he get away? Haaland. And we're halfway through extra time. So this is it. One goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist?
Changement en cours.
And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just eases him off the ball. De Bruyne. Szoboszlai looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Yildiz. He's got away. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gyökeres. Courtois gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Tries to pass it through, and he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! And there's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Vietnam have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Carreras. And we're done. Vietnam can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodgers. That looks a decent ball. Chance for a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Taken back almost at once. And here's Mbappe, driving through the middle. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Ah, good steal, he just read it.
Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
A probing pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. This looks promising. And it's Shaw. Calhanoglu. And it's Gravenberch. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe! And he should have made them pay.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Paris Saint-Germain are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Played out to the left flank. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Calhanoglu and Gravenberch. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Oh, such a... Haaland! And no mistake. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Tchouaméni, Mbappe, and here's Ferran Torres. Aims beyond the defence. Calhanoglu, and it's Shaw. Now Pedro Porro, Saliba, Gravenberch. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Gravenberch. Tchouaméni.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Alexander-Arnold. Rodgers. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Calhanoglu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break it's one each. And we are back on the way. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from it. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Rodgers. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Nicely spread. He's quick to return it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedro Porro.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a good ball through. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Thuram. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres finds himself offside. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now he's off and running. Van de Ven. Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Mbappe is eyeing up his options in the middle. So he's plotting something before playing it in. And the shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Played with finesse. Ferran Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pinches it off him. And it's Shaw. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Pedro Porro. Oh, super find. He's onside. Ferran Torres.
That's just playing it safe and simple. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Pedro Porro. Saliba. And he goes cross-field. And it's Shaw. Now it's Haaland.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, this looks sharp. Look at the space. Chance, surely! It's hit the upright. Oh, some tackle that. It's gone out for a throw-in. Saliba. Here's Shaw. Van de Ven. And it's Shaw. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's got away. Pedro Porro, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Chers spectateurs, je vais vous demander de bien vouloir vous tourner vers le grand écran pour un événement un peu particulier. Je ne vous en dis pas plus. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 10. Le
Into extra time we go.
À leur place, le numéro 21. Le numéro 11.
And he's in on goal.
Changement en cours.
Bellingham. That's a good-looking ball. Haaland chasing after it. Trippier. It's a sharp pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bellingham. Nico Gonzalez. Trippier. Carreras. And it's Gonzalez. And Gravenberch. Haaland. Carreras has it in a wide position. Gravenberch. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, nice touch. And the shot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. It's Bellingham. Bruno Fernandes did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Mbappe. Trippier has it out wide and in space.
Well, from it.
So just 15 minutes still to come. So neither side able to conjure up a telling moment, and we are where we are. This is the last chance to win it.
Changement.
And we're off for the final time. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Carreras. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. And a chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
In comes the corner. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And that is expertly dealt with. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played into space, and it's been played through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Raya claims comfortably. Soboslai, played out towards the right wing, hangs in a cross. Van de Ven attempts a clearance. Threads one in, not the most accurate pass.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
It's an inviting looking ball that. Gyökeres tries to play it through. And that is that. Vietnam have won it by sheer force of character, as winning teams do. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping.
Takes a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And what a start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keepers...
Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Tries to get it clear. Just eases him off the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Thuram. Lofted, impressive jump. Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Çalhanoğlu. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, easy pickings there. De Bruyne is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Çalhanoğlu! Fantastic from Çalhanoğlu! A finish of true class! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Ah, that's a fine interception. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that looks a decent ball. Still very early doors. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's fabulous. Kimmich. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's very neat. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe powering forward here. He is through here. Opts to play it back, and it's Çalhanoğlu. Tries a shot! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Çalhanoğlu cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Konate. Alexander-Arnold. Good driving run. That is good alertness. Çalhanoğlu.
This is the time you need that pace.
Pedro Porro. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. De Bruyne. It's a searching pass. That's been slipped through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Mbappe. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's De Bruyne. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Ferran Torres. Haaland might just make this. De Bruyne. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Chance, surely! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Alexander-Arnold. De Bruyne. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. He's got away. Real chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that is really good tenacity. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. That'll be a throw.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Konate. Ferran Torres. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rodgers. Çalhanoğlu. That's an imaginative pass. That's good vision. Now it's Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So straight into the second half.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Van de Ven to Bruno Fernandes. Driving on and making good progress. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Pedro Porro. Konate. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Now it's Haaland. It's run loose here. Alexander-Arnold. Thuram chasing after it. Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go. Haaland under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Referee has just said play on. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Shaw. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is ended up in no man's land.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Stood up well to him there. Pedro Porro. And the counter is on. No, he's not going to get any further than that. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Van de Ven. And it's De Bruyne. That's been cut out, well played. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 13, le numéro 8, le numéro 4, le numéro 2, le numéro
Saliba.
37, le numéro 5,
Çalhanoğlu.
le numéro
And
3,
that has left him in a
le
heap.
numéro 11, Kyle Walker, le
Now
numéro
Howson.
23, le numéro 41, le
Carreras.
numéro 17, le numéro 21. Attention, changement.
Bellingham has it out wide and in space. Colwell with the clearance. Yildiz going face to face with his great rival. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Pass somewhat off target. Searching pass he's played there. Tries to pass it through. It's a goal kick. Looking for a runner.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Porro. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Paris Saint-Germain nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pedro Porro tries to clear. And that's it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3. Real chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And we have liftoff! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Mbappe can get it clear. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's having a good look here.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Çalhanoğlu! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
He's a sharp little ball here. It's not an especially good pass, that. Over to the other side. Bruno Guimaraes. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Haaland. Rodgers. That has ended up in no man's land.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Çalhanoğlu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Great ball, and he's in here. Shot a goal! Vietnam have their second corner now. He's cut it out. Rice is there to clear. Lovely bit of skill. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, such a clever touch. Good running, strong and the shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Vietnam restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Spread to the right. No, it's come to nothing. Chance here to counter. Now it's Thuram. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres has been caught there. It's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And it's made its way. Chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Pedro Porro got a long way forward to join the attack. Can he get it through? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. Shaw. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Bruno Fernandes. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And it's Tchouaméni. Shoots! Goal! Paris
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Can he spark a counter here? Bruno Fernandes. Haaland. And that brings the first half to a close. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's gone for a throw-in. Foot in. Thuram. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro. That's a throw. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodgers. Rice. Well seen, saw that coming. And here's Mbappe. Haaland. Well read, nice interception. Now he's off and running. Pass somewhat off target. More and more pressure on the ball here. Ferran Torres. Vietnam
really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Bruno Fernandes looking understandably energised after his goal. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Saliba was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's shifting through the gears here. Deftly away.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Nice looking ball. Chips it through. That is a brilliant interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vietnam have got it back and they'll have another go. Rice. That has not gone well. And it's Porro. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Howson. Rodgers. Haaland being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Half an hour gone in the second half. That pass has been well intercepted.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Çalhanoğlu. Now, can they get him away? It's a pretty loose pass. Bruno Guimaraes knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. Not a hint of offside here.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
So the fourth quarter of the game.
Le numéro 3, le numéro 13, le numéro 4, le numéro 5, le numéro 20.
Raya claims comfort.
Le numéro 17.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Le numéro 11. Kyle Walker. Le numéro 23.
Vlahovic chasing after
Le
it.
numéro 2.
It was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Trippier. 5 minutes left on the clock. And he welcomes it in. So no flag here. Oh, that's nice. Out towards the flank. Oh, good take in a good area. Played out towards the right wing. Pedro Porro tries a cross.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Ferran Torres.
Temps additionnel.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. Ferran Torres. He's beaten the last man. It's a foul. It's in the box. It's a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not... And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaring. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Bruno Guimaraes has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Rice, Bruno Guimaraes gets across and deals with it. Driving forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Porro. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening.
Great chance! That is decidedly lacking. Tchouaméni. And Alexander-Arnold. Saliba. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rice caresses it through. Now there's the clearance. Ball is over the line. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So,
can he finish? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. Cross into the box. Oh, this looks sharp. Now that's well seen too. Rodgers. This is a promising build-up. This looks promising. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Still goalless at the moment. And the pass is intercepted. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rodgers, he is onto this. And he's got... And the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Thuram! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And here's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Rodgers. It's run loose here. Well timed, excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold. Rodgers.
Paris Saint-Germain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now, can they get him away? Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And back it goes.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Çalhanoğlu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Shaw. Oh, well measured. That's a good run down the left. Shaw. In towards the back stick. And that has been cleared. And a chance! 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Rodgers. And here's Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. Header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ferran Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Ferran Torres. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pedro Porro makes a dash for it. And now the breakaway. And here's Mbappe.
Temps additionnel.
Bruno
1 minute.
Fernandes. And here's Haaland. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side yet off the mark.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Rodgers. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes running with intent. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Great chance here from position A1.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Çalhanoğlu! It's hit the upright. He's in a great position here.
Well played and well cleared. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Ball's gone astray. Rice. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Alexander-Arnold. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Great vision. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now this could be a chance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Alexander-Arnold, and he was quick to react. Haaland being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Knocks it out wide, in towards the back stick. Oh, greatly! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's stuck it away! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 5.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Le numéro 41.
You felt it was coming.
Le numéro
1-0.
27.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc.,
Le numéro 21.
they can still turn this
Le
round, I
numéro
think.
23. Le numéro 40.
Paris Saint-Germain
Le
appear to be
numéro
happy
2.
to let their front
Le numéro
players
6.
stay up front all the
Attention.
time. And the finish! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. It's a really well-measured ball. Keeper's got good distance on that. That has not gone well. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Now it's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? Good save. Keeper read that well.
Marmoush certainly had to make his mind up quickly, and he rushed it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Where it came from. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. All hands on deck for this one. Kimmich plays it short. Van Dijk receives it in a good position here. And it's Van Dijk. That'll be a throw.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 3. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 8. Changement. Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's fabulous. Over to the right flank. Looking for the far post. And a header! Oh, it's close. But there is time for no more. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Un petit rappel, chers spectateurs. N'oubliez pas l'opération caritative organisée autour de ce match. Merci d'avance. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 14.
Into extra time we go.
Le numéro 9. Changement en cours.
Szoboszlai. Here's Tchouaméni. Szoboszlai looking for a runner. Vlahovic finds himself offside. Tchouaméni. And it's Tchouaméni. Well seen, saw that coming. That's a cute ball. He's in plenty of space here. And it's Trippier. And the shot! It's anyone's. Oh, he's been caught napping. Back when it goes. Good ball, good take. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. A lot hinges on this one. And they've turned it round. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Vietnam with the lead. Pedro Porro. Tchouaméni, passing is crisp and sharp. Marmoush. Yildiz. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Szoboszlai. Marmoush. Here's Nico Gonzalez. Pass somewhat off target. Szoboszlai. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Threads one in. Yildiz. Rafe deals with that comfortably. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? And so the last chance to find a winner. They have given it everything, it's been gruelling, but who will be standing at the very end? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Tchouaméni. Saliba. Tchouaméni. He's on it, can he get away? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gonzalez promptly onto that, and that is that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yildiz. Yildiz. Looking for a big chance! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Nicely aimed pass. And here's Yildiz.
Paris Saint-Germain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Yildiz. Distributed tidily. Succumbs to the pressure. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And it's Bellingham. Little pass. And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Marmouche voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Vietnam clearly played like a team possessed towards the end, Peter. Who would have thought conceding a goal at that time would allow them to find an extra gear or two all of a sudden? It's been a great effort, a wonderful team effort.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.